Hey guys, welcome to the sports section. If you're joining for the first time, we chat to people in Paarl and Wellington doing sport, a lot of talent and passion in our area, but we also have a lot of legends, and one of those legends is Neal Bredenkamp. He got my attention because he's also coaching some of the youth kids that are doing pretty amazing on the youth level. And I also found out he's got quite a rich history when it comes to athletics, and I wanted to chat more about this history and where it all started for athletics. So those that don't know him, he's a SA master in the athletics champ. So he does the 3 jumps, he does high jump, long jump, and then also triple jump. And I thought, okay, why doesn't he just jump onto the show and chat a bit about his history? Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Miles.
How are we?
Jumping into the show, pun intended.
Yes, 100%. Are you doing all right?
Always.
Congrats.
Always.
I see your athletes are doing pretty well in the youth level. I see you, most of them are performing quite well on SA champs as well.
Yes, but I think we're jumping the gun now, pun intended again.
No, but tell us a bit about the youth. I mean, like, just tell us a bit about the kids that you are training.
Yeah, that's my recent history.
Yeah.
So, I decided to go into coaching.
Nice.
And I'm not going to divulge too much into it, but I had an interview done by, Marinas. She worked at the Paul Post. Tammy Lee, I think. Tammy Lee Marinas. And like I said, I'm not going to say why she did the interview. That will come in later. And then she asked me, what about me doing coaching and so on. And then I actually gave it an idea or thought, and then, it got a hold of me and I started coaching. And in a nutshell, I had 2 private athletes that I was coaching because I work full-time as well. And the one is at high school, one is at primary school. And obviously 2 years were lost.
Yeah.
The one I was busy for just over 3 years, the primary school one, and then the high school girl I was busy with just over 2 years.
Okay.
And through this lockdown COVID thing, we managed this year to get both of them into the Western Cape team.
Nice, man.
For essays. In fact, my under 17 girl won the under 17 girls high jump Western Cape title.
Nice.
And the other one won the silver.
Okay.
Won the silver, and
So that means they SAF, they go to the essays.
They have left already. They've gone. They've done and dusted.
All right. How did they perform there?
Average.
Okay, cool.
But like I said, this was like a trial run for us.
100%.
I mean, just to make the Western Cape team for me as a part-time coach was amazing.
Yeah.
You know, the one girl with one jump.
Yeah.
She won the.
What's her name? Michaela?
No, I'm not going to. This is actually a chapter in my life that I closed.
All right.
So it's difficult for me to talk about it.
Okay.
So with one jump, she jumped herself into the Boerland, into the Western Cape Schools team, the Boerland Junior team, and the Boerland Senior team.
Jeez.
So that chapter of my life has closed.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're saying part-time coach. What are you doing when you're not coaching?
I should be working now. But anyway, I'm a handyman, building maintenance.
Okay, cool.
Fix everything that the builders mess up. So if they don't mess up, I don't have work.
Okay.
And that's what keeps me fit because I'm up and down roofs.
Yeah. Okay, so we on heights. So you used to on heights.
I'm used to heights, not afraid of heights.
Tell me something, Neal. So where did athletics all start? Of course, you had your Boland colors. That time it was Western Province. Where did it all start? And I think
it all started in 1975.
Okay.
And that was when I went to a school. We were staying in Paarl. There were no shall I say, no colored English schools.
Yeah.
And then I went to, or I was enrolled at a school called Livingston High School
Wow. Okay.
in Claremont, Cape Town, which meant I had to leave with the working people at the Huguenot station
Okay.
at 5:30 in the morning to go to
Jeez.
school. I had to change over at Salt River
Yeah.
to get a train to Claremont,
Okay.
and then walk about 3-4 kilometers to get to school on time at 8 o'clock.
Jeez.
So that's where it started for me. And like coming from Paul, it was the first time you under 14.
Yeah.
So now you can work at our old hand. I was under 14, and then when you're under 14, you have to do just about everything.
Yeah.
So they can see what you're good at.
Yeah.
And that year, I won all the field events.
Okay.
You know, without practicing.
Yeah.
Obviously, I haven't been exposed to athletics. High jump was a first for me. The first thing they said was, we can see you come from the Boland, because I don't know whether I did. You got the Eastern roll and you got the Western roll at that time.
Okay.
But I didn't know whether I did either of that one, because I refer to my jump as the sausage roll.
Okay.
You know, because nobody knew what it was that I was doing.
Okay.
But I still managed to break the school record.
Okay.
And then a guy in my class, a legend of Sackos high jumping, Patrick Doman, was in my class. And he took me.
Okay.
And he started coaching me the Fosbury flop. And within a few months, you have to go through lots of
Yeah.
meetings. This is now obviously Western Province schools.
Yeah.
And you have to go through lots of meetings to eventually get to the Champs of Champs at the Athlon Stadium. And that was the event.
Yeah.
I went through all of that at the Champ of Champs, went through, broke this Western Province record, and actually got into the Western Province team for
Okay.
Johannesburg that year.
Okay. So we're still in the 70s.
75.
Yeah.
75. Went up to Johannesburg. Now this is bare feet on grass. Eh?
Yeah.
Went to Johannesburg with the Western Province team. Long story short again, the Western I was just chuffed being there.
Yeah.
At that time, Sackos again. The South African record at that time for under 14 was 165.
Yeah.
I ended up on a 169.
Okay.
And I mean, that was to me,
The highlight. Yeah.
that was at that stage a highlight in my career.
So that's the primary school, and then of course
high
you come.
school.
Oh, that's still it's high school.
High
Really.
school, yeah.
So when you finish matric and you got all these accolades and you're winning all the champs, what happens at matric? Do you say, does your mom and dad say go work, or do you say you want to do athletics? Because of course it was different then.
No. Let me, when I was 14 years old, I had this dream. This dream was born in Johannesburg. I already at that stage, I thought about representing South Africa at the Olympics and all these things, 14-year-old. I always say, being naive as I was, I never realized that this dream will never come true
Okay.
because of the society we were living in.
Okay.
Okay, so that dream would never come true because, I mean, we were banned from. Let's put it on the table because of apartheid.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
Right.
Yeah.
So that dream would never realize. Right. Just to take it further, after school, I went to Peninsula Technikon in Bellville that time. And then, I must say this because not a lot of people know it. I was 14 years old, a Boland club team, a club athlete, okay? Not to be confused with the Western Province schools.
Yeah. Correct.
Western Province schools, Boland athlete,
Correct.
club athlete. When I was 14 years old at that stage, I was already jumping the qualifying height for the senior men Boerland at that stage. But I never took up the challenge until I was 17 years old.
Okay.
When I was, when I was 17, I qualified for this time also for the Boerland senior men.
Yeah.
I actually went to the championship, and this was at the Dal 1978.
Yeah.
I went there, my name wasn't found under junior men, under 19.
Okay.
It was under senior men.
Jeez.
And then they said, but you're not entered. I said, no, but it's impossible, you know. And then they said, oh, but here's your name at senior men. I said to them, no ways, I'm 17 years old, I'm under 19. They said, okay, then you'll have to put your name in here. And at that time, there were three Western Province guys that I've never jumped against before, because we were all in different age groups. I was under 17, they were under 19. And I said to my teammates that the best I can do here is fourth. And anyway, the competition went on. I eventually won the under 19 title. And the strange thing that year, 1978, I won the junior men high jump title. And my coach, Patrick Doman, won the senior men high jump title. And that was, that was an amazing thing.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you have to look back now at your career, I can know your age now because you said you were 14. But I mean, if you look back at your career, and I mean, when you're touching about the dream when you were 14 and you couldn't, the dream would never realize because of apartheid. What is the highlight of that career? Because you're a master athlete also, and you're also doing a lot of medals. And then also, what is the saddest part of the career? Because I mean, you were talking about that dream that will never realize, but what is that saddest part of the career?
Well, I stopped when I was 19 because I never jumped senior men. And that's also because I moved out of Cape Town into some rural place called Clarksdorp. And, but that dream, I mean, it didn't disappear. It stayed in the back of my mind. And then, if you go biblical, the Israelites spent 40 years in the desert before they reached Canaan.
Yeah.
It took me 41 years to realize my dream. To make a long story short. In 2013, I started coaching a young 10-year-old girl. And, after we would practice, I would just put the ball like, chest height, and just take a jump in my sandals and my manga and golf shirt. And I would clear it, and I thought to myself, geez, here's something still, that fire is coming up. 2014, I joined the Boerland Masters, and I took part in the Boerland Masters Championships.
Yeah.
And I cleared a height of 165. And I thought to myself, gee, here's something going on. And that broke the Boerland record at that time. And this was, Leo Benning. If I mention that name, everybody in Masters Athletics will know who Leo Benning is.
Okay.
Leo Benning started the Masters movement in 1975. 1975 has been a great year for me, looking back. He started the Masters movement, Masters Athletics movement in 1975. When I was 14 years old, I started my high jump.
Yeah.
This man held all the high jump records, and going through the ranks, I broke all his records.
Wow.
And in 2014 I did that. 2015 I started seriously.
Yeah.
I registered with SAMA, South African Masters Association, and I started doing more events, provincial, southwestern districts, Free State. I used to travel because I was hungry.
Yeah.
And then this all culminated in the South African Masters, my first South African Masters in 2015.
Yeah.
Where I took the high jump title. high jump, long jump, and triple jump. And this continued for 3 years. So for 3 consecutive years, I won the high jump, long jump, and triple jump. And then...
And this is all masters?
This is masters, yeah. This was in the 50 to 55 age group.
Okay.
50 to 54, sorry.
Right.
54, 3 days short of my 55th birthday, which is my next age group.
Yeah.
At Pero, I went just for a practice run.
Yeah.
And I broke the South African and African record.
Jeez.
And that was when I was labeled a freak of nature.
Oh, wow.
Because I was told that, don't I understand how the masters work? I said, no, how does it work? They said, you come into the age group, you're at your strongest.
Oh, when you leave it.
And then you break records, not when you leave the age group. Because you're supposed to be at your weakest, you're supposed to be going down. But I was going up all the time.
Okay.
And, you know, I got that. And then 3 weeks later, I broke the South African Africa record again for the 55 to
in the new age group,
in the new age group. This was 3 weeks, obviously 3 weeks later.
So is that when you get South African colors?
Nope. My South African colors came in in 2016.
Okay.
This was my big year. I think you asked me.
Yeah, the highlight.
This was basically the highlight of my career. In 2016, I was basically at my peak.
Yeah.
And I entered this is a very Christian belief that I have. I strongly believe. And I entered the World Masters Championships in Perth, Australia.
Yeah.
By faith.
Okay.
I said. And not knowing how I'm going to get there, not knowing where I'm going to stay. But again, a long story short, I got sponsors. I went. And this was, I must remember, this was 41 years ago. As a 17-year-old, I had this dream.
Oh, wow.
Right? I had this dream of representing South Africa overseas at the Olympics that time. But I got this opportunity.
Yeah.
And maybe I can, I don't know how long we have.
I think our time is already finished nearly.
Time is really finished.
Yeah.
Okay. This is, then I'm going to have to show you this.
Okay.
My dream was to represent South Africa at the Olympics that time.
Yeah.
But I got the opportunity 41 years later to go to Perth, take part in the World Masters Athletics Championships. And this is what I came back with.
So what is this, a gold?
That's a gold medal.
Perth. Wow.
I came back with a South Africa, with a world under 55-year-old men high jump title.
So what's the moral of the story? Don't give up on your dreams.
The moral of your story is, you know, it reminds me of, and I didn't print that poster, it reminds me of a frog being eaten by the pelican. Maybe you've seen it.
Yes, I've seen that picture.
And the frog is choking the pelican from inside his mouth.
Yeah.
And it says, never give up, you know. So, you know, there's a lot I can talk about. People ask me, people say I'm a freak of nature.
Yeah.
I say no, because I believe strongly. And I tell my athletes as well, if your mind and your body is in sync, and that's not the band, or they are in sync, and then, you know, you can do everything. Yeah. Because I believe Philippians 4 verse 13, which says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That's the way I work. Yeah. And I'm going to demonstrate something. I would like to demonstrate something after, I think maybe afterwards.
Yeah, we're just going to wrap it up and then you can demonstrate it.
You know, this is Leo Benning. This is Leo Benning. This is the book that he wrote.
Okay.
And this guy begged me to write my story.
Oh, nice.
Or send him something, because he was busy compiling a book of all these.
Over 35s, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of athletes. I don't even know how.
Okay,
I
so
think,
you feature in the book.
I wrote him a script,
Okay, nice.
and he answered me, and he said to me, Neil, this is too long.
Okay,
But it depends on my producer.
yeah.
And he answered me back. He said to me, Neil, my producer says there's nothing we can leave out because there'll be too much gaps.
Yeah,
We
in
won't
between.
follow the story.
Okay.
Now, in this book, we have Zola Budd,
All the legends.
all the legends, Bruce
Yeah.
Fordyce and all that. And I'm one of the few people in here that have 3 pages dedicated to me.
Nice, man.
All right? That
Yeah.
there you can see,
Okay.
that's the name of the book, and this is the picture.
Oh, I
This
see.
is the photo, and that is the jump.
Okay.
That is the jump that I won. I know that because you can see the expression on my face. I had to win that.
Yeah, so I
that
think,
jump.
yeah, I think Neil, yeah, maybe we'll just include it at the bottom. People can read it. But I think also, I mean, well done on the career. I think it is a bit short to chat to your career
Yeah.
because it is illustrious over the past 40 years. But also, yeah, congratulations on the kids that are doing fairly well in athletics.
I'm
but I think we
very-
must have another chat at a later stage with a more length and detail because
Yeah.
I think there's a longer story. So what
There's-
we'll do is we'll do your example that you're going to show us how fit you are. Not now, not now. We're supposed to say
No, no.
bye. And then we're going to look at your medals. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, guys, so that is Neal, legend, what you call it, Masters essay legend for quite some time. So we're just going to include some of the, yeah, he's going to show us something significant at the age of 55. What he,
61.
at the age of 61, why he's a freak of nature. So thanks, Neal. Thanks so much for your time.
It's a pleasure being
Cool.
here.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, guys.